Alright, so I'm going to be recording the matches for YCS Bologna. As of recording this, the day prior, I was at a regional where I did really badly, but I'll be posting that vlog soon and talk about my experience overall and detailing everything that I could have possibly done better, and what was out of my control. But I'll spoil it. I did go X2 drop. So anyways, here we see the first round feature match in the Bologna YCS, which is Mermail versus Fire King. I gotta say, the EU live stream commentators know how to pick good matches, so this one will be exciting to watch. So here we see that Mermail on top started with the Shadow Squad, discarding the Dragoons, which is one of the worst starters that you could have. And sadly, Shrine is not a Sea Serpent, so he has to search for, the Poseidon here in order to make this play live. Assuming there was no droll, which there isn't, he should be able to utilize Shadow Squad to summon out the Neptibus, and then the Neptibus can search him for the Shrine, plus get him a Sea Serpent as well, with the Dragoons being sent as cost. So as long as this doesn't get stopped, he will finally be able to get the Shrine and, hopefully combo. Now, here's the thing, it really depends on what he has in his hand, what he will be able to do. Shrine with the Neptibus plus an extra card in hand will allow him to go for the Coelacanth combo, which is really strong. However, Fire King does have a really nice matchup against Atlantean Mermail. It's probably one of the only decks that, even if Mermail full combos them, depending on what they have, they can play through it. So here we see Mermail has plenty of cards in hand, but he did draw the Coelacanth. And it looks like Matthew, wow, saying similar names, has one of the better starters in hand, which is Ponix, Olcanix, and Kieran. Ugh, excuse me. So here, we're going to see Chainlink 2, Olcanix, Chainlink 1, Ponix. Or maybe the other way around, actually. Because this is banished, this destroys. That kind of resolved in an awkward order. No, it didn't. No, it kind of... No, it didn't. It was correct. So yeah, the Ponix does get stopped, which is good, because he won't get the Sanctuary here, but it doesn't really matter because Ponix will be added in the end phase of this turn, which means he has another chance to do it next turn. So he really needs to hope that this goes off, but we'll see. Anyways, the Shrine is going to activate its effect, tributing the Neptibus on the field in order to go ahead and search or summon a level 7 Mermail monster, or any fish, aqua, sea serpent, but he decides to grab Teus to his hand instead of special summoning it, and then he summons out the Shadow Squad, which is a little awkward because these two monsters here are odd leveled. None of them are a tuner either, so there's not much that Mermail can actually do here. He already used a Shadow Squad effect as well, so he cannot turn these two monsters level 7. So I'm wondering what his ideal play is, and you can see him shaking his head. He fucked up. He clearly did. Okay. Now he's going to use the Anemone effect to special summon out, looks to be the Minstrel. And I don't see him having a board. So now Minstrel on summon will allow him to mill 3 as cost, essentially. And then he could put back a water. So it is the Heavy Infantry, the Neptibus, and Ash. And if he doesn't put back the Heavy Infantry is mandatory. And it looks like he's going to put back the Dragoons to the very bottom of the deck. And now Heavy Infantry is a mandatory effect, so he has to pop something on the field, on the opponent's side. And the best card to hit is going to be Ponix. Oh my god. And he decides to hit the Garunix. Okay. That is one of the worst hits because Garunix will allow him to summon it back next turn and destroy all other cards on the field. Well, other monsters. which is really good because it allows Kieran to trigger, and then the Ponix in hand will trigger. My god, this guy is ass. Okay. So here in the standby phase, the Jurrac will special summon, and then on field will destroy all other monsters. And now the Kieran will be able to be Chainlink 1, Ponix Chainlink 2 to summon, then summon the Ulcanix, and then pop the Imperm. He tries to chain Imperm here, but he cannot do that. This is happening on resolution. So Ponix 1, Chainlink 2, Ulcanix ideally. Because you want to get the Sanctuary, so you want to prevent the opponent from, you know, being able to Ash it. And then he destroys Ulcanix in hand to add the Sacred, and this is game. Damn near at the very least. So, let's see. Mateo, what he should have done is special summon the Abyss Teus instead. Go for the rank 7 Trite, summon back Coelicant, and then combo from there. I'm very surprised that he went to this line of play. Oh, he dumps the Kieran with the Misk, and now yeah, this is game. So yeah, not the very best start, but let's see if Mateo can improve his gameplay in game number 2. Okay, game number 2, Mateo is going to start yet again. After a disastrous game 1, Matthew was able to secure victory, and realistically, through no effort of his own. It was basically Mateo that decided to throw the game outright. Now here we see, it looks like Mateo's a little upset. He has Poseidra here. Does he have no opening plays again? It looks like he does not. He decides to set a card and then pass. And here we're going to see Matthew. Okay, normal summon Ulcanix. What a great start. This is actually amazing. So, what's going on here? Okay, it looks like the judges are discussing something with him. Not entirely too sure, but we'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, looks like everything is now all good. So here we're going to see the Ulcanix normal summon herself and declare the effect to search for a fire monster, Fire King specifically, and then it will change its level based on the level of the monster that it added. So unfortunately, Matthew hard drew the Jurrac, although Jurrac will be able to come back next turn, so at the very least that's a benefit, but it comes at the cost of losing all your bodies on board. So now we see Ponix being declaring its effect to special summon itself, and we see a set impulse be activated. A little interesting as to why Mateo decided to impulse, or at least set it rather. Oh my god, he hard drew the Misk? Okay. Cause like if he had Droll it made sense, but he didn't drop anything on resolution of the addition of the Ulcanix, so it makes me believe that he doesn't have it. Maybe he has Fua in hand, or yeah, no, I mean, that would be the only other thing. I don't know why he would set it. Oh my god, that Jurrac drew him into Droll and Fua, which is probably some of the worst draws you could top deck in this specific situation. So here, he's going to go ahead and attack directly. I guess he didn't have any combo to OTK here, and this is very little damage. I think 1300, yeah, it's 1300 total. And now main phase 2, he's going to use the Jurrac level 1 to dump the Jurrac. I swear to god the name is Tyranno or something, but I don't feel like looking up the card. However, for those that don't know, you can banish the Synchro monster and a Jurrac dinosaur in the graveyard in order to special summon a Jurrac Synchro from the extra deck. I think it specifically has to be Meteor, and is treated as a Synchro summon, and that's really good because it is an interruption which will allow the opponent to blow up the board. So Matthew not in a bad position at all. And now we see a playable hand with Mateo. Chainlink 1 Poseidra to summon, and then Chainlink 1 to search Chainlink 2 Poseidra, targeting the Jurrac and paying cost in order to bounce the Jurrac back to Matthew's hand. So we're going to see him dump the Shadow Squad, and this will return the Jurrac successfully. And then here he will resolve the Dragoon's effect to search, which Okay, so he decides to add Neptibus. I was thinking that he was going to summon the Neptibus with the Shadow Squad, but looks like the answer is no. And now under Droll, wait, why Droll here? Matthew could have activated Fua and see if like the opponent had Ash. At least that would make more sense. And he missed out on a potential draw or multiple draws, and with the Jurrac monster in the graveyard, there's a very good chance that it would have resolved to stop Mermail, right? Oh, okay, well, we did know he had the talents. There's no point in chaining the Fua, so it looks like we're going to see his hand in the... Okay, Ash Blossom is in hand as well. So the biggest threat here, high key, is going to be the Kirin. So he should remove that. Mermail taking his time to decide. But yeah, going back, I think he should have just gone drop Fua for the draws. I'm not gonna lie. But now, what? Oh my God, Mermail is actually throwing this match. Okay. So here, ladies and gentlemen, we see the worst Mermail player in existence. Probably player in general. He talented away the Fua that Matthew cannot use because he is under Droll, which makes this whole line of play of his just like interesting. And now he's just like looking at his hand, and I mean, where do you go from here, right? You could link off to the Coral Anemone, and that gets you nowhere. You could go for the Lacia, I guess. I think the only thing that he is going to be able to do is just attack directly, make Lacia, and then pass. Because at the very least, that gives him discard Neptibus to special summon Poseidra, have an interruption, and when it's destroyed in your possession by an opponent, okay, you're able to dump to reborn a Mermail, I believe. So yeah, I'm not entirely too sure why Mermail is even going for this line of play, but screw it. Oh, and then instead of using the Shadow Squad effect, discarding the Neptibus to potentially get a rank 7 out, he decides to just summon it and then go for Link 3. Oh my God. He has to have Mulan, right? This is why he's doing this, because now he has 5 waters. Let me see, 1, 2, yeah, that should be 5. Okay. Special summon the Mulan, and decides not to do it under the Neptibus King, which I guess doesn't matter because we know that Matthew doesn't have Imperm hand. But like, come on, dude. Like, the cards in Fire King can target. Like, you might as well protect it, because if the Mulan Glacia gets removed, the Mulan Glacia prevents you from having a battle phase. Oh dear lord. Okay. Now here we see the Garunix being, well, not the Garunix, but the Kirin activating in order to dodge the other discard from the Mulan Glacia. And then next turn, Garunix will be able to summon out and remove the rest of the field here from Mermail's side. But now, after taking 400 from the attack of Mulan, the Kirin will trigger here. What's he gonna summon? Probably the Ponix. He's under Droll though, so he's not gonna be able to search, but he will be able to pop a monster here. And this also protects his life points further. And then, because the Ponix gets destroyed here by battle, you know, assuming Mermail attacks, he'll be able to add it back next standby phase. Let's see if he actually decides to attack. I think the correct play is to not attack here. And then he chooses to attack. Oh man. Oh man. The opponent's left with no cards in hand. He has a Jurrac Synchro only. Like, what's going on? And then Matthew, for some reason, decides to use the effect. Why? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. The Synchro now allows him to get the Jurrac monster out onto the field and then pass his turn. Here now we have Ponix. Now, does Neptibus King not have an effect when it's destroyed by card effects? I swear to God, I think it adds actually. So maybe it was an effect that couldn't be activated. But anyways, It looks like Matthew is in full control now. He added back the Ponix, and then he summoned the Grunix, which destroyed the Jurrac monster, which means that the Ponix was able to special summon itself from the hand, search for the Sanctuary to place the field spell, and now he can go ahead and get the Sacred Grunix from the deck here to his hand. So looks like Sanctuary was used, destroyed the Ponix. Sacred Fire King is able to summon itself, send the Arvata, summon out the Kirin, and this is game. So yeah. Congratulations to Matthew. The better player here actually won, and that was well played by Matthew. Mattel, don't play Mermails anymore. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to, of course, be uploading the rest of the videos here of YCS Bologna, and hopefully the matches in the further rounds are way better than this one. Thank you guys. Peace. I'll catch you guys on the next one.